next guest is an award-winning artist and songwriter. His debut song, Brother's Baby, is on now. Please welcome to the show, Jay. And they're very happy. They're over the moon.
I didn't know I had any fans.
You were like backstage, you're like, I don't know if people know me here.
I literally thought I was gonna come out to like Tumbleweed.
Yeah. I was before this. I'm thrilled to have you here. I'm also thrilled because you did a surprise show in Brooklyn last night.
Yes,
What time, when you do a surprise show in Brooklyn, what time do you go to bed?
Well, my show was at 12:30 a.m.
Okay. Surprise.
Surprise! So it was a late one. I stayed a bit after to have a little mini party. But you know, we love it. I'm so excited. This is my official first like solo TV moment.
I'm so lucky to have you. So you were 18 when you started in Little Mix, and this is which fantastic work. But now it is this is your first solo.
Yes.
Work. And is it exciting, the fact that people, get to hear stuff that is sort of uniquely yours now?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I've waited a long time for this, and I loved being in a girl band so much. I loved what we stood for. But there really is a difference between, like, writing music that's like girl power and we hate boys, yeah! And then now it's like, now it's much more personal.
Yeah.
Very personal topics.
Now it's
concepts.
I hate boys.
Now it's, yes, exactly. I'm glad you get it, But yeah, it's been interesting sort of tapping into that sort of part of myself, and I think I've even surprised myself with what I can do.
Do you have a song right now that you feel like an incredible personal connection to?
I would say that Angel of My Dreams is...
I concur.
Yeah, that's always going to be that song for me. It was my first single. It's about my sort of love-hate relationship with the music industry. So it's very personal. I was very brutally honest. It's quite a desperately tragic song of me sort of admitting that I really crave the validation of the music industry. So yeah, but I love it, I hate it, like any job, right? There's ups and downs.
100%. I would love to pretend I don't care what people think. It's all I care about.
Exactly. So, the song is about that, and the reaction was so amazing.
Well, that's the thing I was going to ask, because you write a personal song, and it's not, it's not like, all positive or anything. Did you have any sense that you had a hit on your hands?
I did. I had that, like... When I wrote it with Mike Sabbath and Pablo Bowman, I had this like bubbly butterfly.
Yeah.
I think, like when a bride gets married and they find their dress and they're like, this is the dress. I feel like, do you get that? I mean, I've never been married, so I don't know.
The bummer is if you do get married and you don't have that feeling, you're like, I don't have a dress.
I'm like, yeah, oh my God, don't plant that in my head. So yeah, you get that feeling, and then I always know because I can envision like the music video and the visuals, and that tells me that it's gonna be like a special song.
I am so impressed with a lot of people in the music industry right now, especially people who are like writing songs and performing songs. And then there's this other element that I feel like just as much love and care goes into, which is performance.
Yes.
And you just did something at the Brit Awards
that
I had to watch. I mean, I've watched 10 times today, and I have a lot. I want to show the clip, and then I have a bunch of questions.
Okay.
So for anybody who hasn't seen it, here you are at the Brit Awards.
Nervous.
Well, it's a choice. It's something you chose to have happen. It looks like something that is happening to you.
No, it is. I knew for the song, I always visioned like this trapdoor, and it's like this metaphor of falling into the music industry. So the Brit Awards, I was like, great, we're gonna do it. And I gave it all that. And then it got to rehearse, and I saw the size of it. I was like, ooh. And then I said to the creative director, I was like, I'm not sure I want to do this anymore. It was like, the label had paid for you to do it. And I was like, okay. And then I got there on the night, and it was really high. It was as high as the ceiling, because they needed the snapshot of me, like, falling midair. And I was plonked on stage, and you climb up the ladder to get to the top, and it felt like a pig being taken to slaughter.
Yeah.
And I got to the top, and the host was about to announce my name live on TV, and I turned around to get off because I was so scared.
Yeah.
And they'd removed the ladder, so I was like, okay, we're doing it. And I fell through the trapdoor, and I can't remember anything else.
Yeah. But that wasn't the end of the song. Like that.
No, that was the start of the song.
I mean, that's.
Oh, I don't know what I was thinking, but it actually kind of helped. It literally winded the nerves out of me. I got whiplash off doing it. Serious, because I was so tense. I literally went, goosh, when I hit the floor. So it was very scary, but it was very worth it.
I just like that there was someone with a headset who's like, get the ladder. Like they say, I saw her eyes, get the ladder. This is very exciting. You're going on a tour. That's
Yes.
showbiz, baby. And Dublin, Belfast, Brighton, Manchester, and well, let's just make an announcement tonight. Those are all English places. Are you doing it anywhere else?
I am officially touring North America.
Yeah. Those are all American places. The text is small. Really exciting news.
I can't wait. I've waited a very, very, very long time for this moment, so I'm very excited. You're ready!
I would like to use the rest of our time together to talk to you about Halloween.
Oh, this is so important
Okay.
to me.
You know, every now and then I hear people say, like, oh, I'm really into Halloween. You're really into Halloween.
No, like, I am not a sort of devil horn girly. Like, I'm prosthetics. I'll go all out. This is one of the things I love about America, is you love Halloween.
Yeah.
They don't take it as seriously in the UK, and it really pisses me off.
Yeah. And there's also sometimes when I hear, like, people are super into Halloween, I'm like, oh, they just, like, want to look hot in their costume.
And I don't, sometimes, but...
Sometimes, but certainly when you're like, I'm going to be Mr. Bean. Nobody's like...
Oh, my God. Yes.
You know, no, like, those, like, oh, I hope there's another hot girl dressed as Mr. Bean. But
Oh
this
my
I want to
gosh.
ask about, because this is you and your boyfriend. And
Yes.
this is, I mean, again, you look great as Mr. Bean, but this is, you know, you look a lot cuter than Mr. Bean.
Yes, yeah.
So this is Bo Peep, and explain what your
Oh my
boyfriend
gosh.
is doing.
So basically, every year I ask, in brackets, force my boyfriend to be my sort of accomplice. And he always forgets, you know, I'm always the one that sort of instigates what we're doing.
Yeah.
So on the night, I was like, you're Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
And I bought him, which he then refused, a black morph suit, and then just the head.
Yeah.
That was my
Can we
vision.
just slowly zoom in on his face to...
Oh, he's gonna kill me for
This is the most forced someone has ever looked. To just be
Oh my
Mr.
God.
Potato Head.
That was,
And
yeah.
you guys, and also based on your face, you guys just had a conversation
No,
about it.
So we went to the party, and as we left, because everyone was laughing, obviously, he literally whispered in my ear, I was like, that's the last time I'm ever your accessory. I was like, fair enough, because last
An
time...
incredible good sport.
Incredibly good
Yeah.
sport. When I did Mr. Bean, he was my teddy.
Yeah.
And it was so interesting, like, as Mr. Bean, by the way, because I went to this Halloween party, and it was so weird. It was lovely because nobody knew who I was, but also it was really interesting being, like, a short king.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, navigating a party as Mr. Bean, like, I suddenly felt really sad because nobody cared about me. And then I was like, I really deeply empathize now with, like, what it's like for short kings that don't get a look in. So it was a good social experiment.
Very few people have this kind of journey on Halloween.
No, I was transcending as Mr.
Yeah.
Bean. People were pushing past me.
You know what?
like-
Your boyfriend had the same observation about people who have potatoes for heads.
Right, exactly. I know, so I get it. So this year, you know, he gets to decide, but I'm kind of sure I want to do Wallace and Gromit. That's my...
Oh, he should be down for that. He should be down for that.
Yeah.
Just like a bag full of cheese instead of...
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah. That's
What
I
a delight it has been to talk to you, Jade.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, and congrats on all your success. Jade, everyone, her new album, That's Showbiz, Baby, is available now. Here it is. There you go. For upcoming tour dates, please visit... Oh, they got it wrong for me. JadeOfficial.com. Stick around. We'll be right back.